a hint of a sliver of hope. It isn't anger, for that would imply an expectation of something else. It is more of a profound sadness. I must admit, it was closer than I thought it would be. I am so disappointed in my homeland for proving me right time and time again. On nights like these and in the days to come, I will try to remember what it felt like as a boy, flirting with innocence, dancing with adventure, being prepared for the age of accountability on a collision course with my broken heart. I try to remember being screamed at until my eyes bled with overflowing emotions, if it seemed as though there was a hint of a sliver of a lie leaving my lips, if I ever mocked anyone less fortunate or acted as a bully in any fashion. I tried to remember being belittled, scolded, and grounded if I ever said as much as a single cross word to any of the women in my life, or showed any signs of mistreating an animal. Those entities didn't find a home in my heart, but threats always loomed large in thick and tense air. I'd stare down at the water flowing beneath the bridge on my walk home from school and contemplate many things through cloudy, frustrated eyes. I try to remember walking out to the greenhouse, selecting tools, and being told the dimensions of the trench I was to dig for getting a D on a Canadian geography quiz in elementary school because we could send the dog to school to get a D. So D stood for ditch digger. Since that's all I'd ever be, I'd better get in the practice now. I try to remember being the only kid at some company picnics, having to shake all the adults' hands and look them in the eyes while the other children played in the ball field nearby. Should a hint of a sliver of protest arise, I'd be ascribed the title prize ingrate or selfish, and something of value would be withheld. I try to remember when giving your word meant everything, when words like character, honor, integrity, justice, humility, courage, and discipline hovered in the air well above the minuscule scraps fallen from the table we're expected to fight over on the floor now. On nights like these and in the days to come, I try to hold the hint of a sliver of the hope I have in humanity within myself, if nowhere else. Up to the moonlight or the sunlight, I try to stare at it very closely to remember what it looks like so that I can carefully tend to it and help it grow. On nights like these and in the days to come, I search for a hint of a sliver of compassion, empathy, kindness, care, patience, and grace in others so that I can carefully help tend to them and help them grow. On nights like these and in the days to come, I remind myself that there are no days off from here on out. There's no rest for the wicked, so there's no rest for the goodness either. I have already given my word I will not harm myself any more than I already have. Chivalry will not die on my shift. Animals will be safe in my grasp, and I will tell the truth. The hint of a sliver of redemption I hold close to my heart will have the final say. Life abundant will win in the end, and love is still worth fighting for. There are bridges to be built and crossed over through cloudiness. There are faithful to hug, hold, and console. I have many ditches to dig, hands to shake, and people to look in the eyes.